Now, one of the things that helped me get to this place, and I've been on my journey 15, 16 years now, is the fact that I have the ability to have visuals. And one of the ones I like to talk about the most is what I call the Soul Sprite visual. Okay? And that was, I was sitting at home one day and I was asking, who am I intended to be? If I'm a soul in a physical body, what is the agenda? And there were a lot heavier words I was using. But what am I here for? And the visual that came in, and it may relate to you well, is this huge, beautiful, polished oak bar. The biggest U-shaped bar I've ever seen. And around it were all these little stools, and on these stools were soul sprites. And a soul sprite kind of looks like this. It kind of just giggles. It's kind of like Tinkerbell before Tinkerbell's in form, for those of us who know Peter Pan. And a soul sprite came in clearly with a document in its hand. And it says, I've just been to see my advisor, using college terminology, and this is my agenda. This is my curriculum, which then I've converted to the word agenda in our physical reality. And this is my agenda for my next physical reality. And so like you would if you were in college and you just got your class schedule, you go meet with your buds and you find out who else might be in the same class or who's had that teacher before and those kind of things. And people at the bar might pick up and talk. So as I'm sitting there at this bar as a soul sprite, I come up and I say, I'm going to be born in southern Iowa to a mom and a dad, ... And across the bar, this little soul sprite perks up and says, I might be your mom. And that's the way they kind of showed me how we make our selections to come in for an earth iteration and where we have an agenda. And the soul connection work, the wisdom connection work, again through the hypnotherapy, is to find out more about that agenda, to understand our lives more. My sense is if life isn't feeling good, we're not working toward our agenda. We've gotten derailed by whatever or whomever, and often ourselves. So that's what it's about.